Good evening, viewers. You're watching Mission 2024. I'm Preeti Choudhry. The big question, well, the ED has gone for the jugular, called in the Delhi Chief Minister tomorrow. Till now, we don't know whether or not Arvind Kejriwal, the Delhi Chief Minister, will appear before the ED. That's our top focus. Lots of politics around it, and these are the headlines. Big political dangle over Snoopgate 2.0. BJP claims George Soros behind Apple hack alert. Calls it a Soros-Rahul Gandhi plot. TMC MP Mahua writes to Lok Sabha Speaker, demands probe. BJP makes big charge a day before Mahua's appearance before the ethics panel, says TMC MP's login used in Dubai 47 times. Sources also say Mahua allegedly took 14 unaccounted trips. Suspense looms over whether Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal will appear for his ED summons on Thursday. AAP claims plot to arrest Arvind Kejriwal after questioning in the Liquorgate probe. Maharashtra on edge in midst of Maratha quota protest. Chief Minister Shinde amps up firefighting with an all-party meet. All leaders table appeal for peace. Israel's strike destroys Gazan refugee camp in Jabalia. Gaza says dozens of civilians killed, hundreds injured. Israel claims Hamas commander killed. Prime Minister Modi felicitates the Asian Games para-athlete contingent. The Indian delegation clinched a historic 100-medal milestone in this year's Games. Top story, viewers. Will Arvind Kejriwal, the Delhi Chief Minister, keep his date with the Enforcement Directorate tomorrow? The Delhi Chief Minister is to appear before the ED tomorrow. The summon has come now in the Liquorgate scam. The Delhi Chief Minister, till now, quiet on the issue. Possible we'll know soon or whether or not he will appear.
Kejriwal's date with the ED is coming up tomorrow on November 2nd. Summoned for questioning in the Delhi liquor scam, suspense is peaking on whether Kejriwal will choose to attend or skip the summons. The Aam Aadmi Party convener has been summoned at a time when his deputy Manish Sisodia's bail plea in the same case was turned down by the Supreme Court. And the ED could just make the Aam Aadmi Party an accused in the case. All this has prompted Aam Aadmi Party leader to speculate that agencies could arrest Kejriwal to take on AAP.
इंडिया गठबंधन अगर एकजुट होकर लड़ता है तो सातों की सातों सीटें बीजेपी हार रही है। आप भी जानते हैं, हम भी जानते हैं। और ये सातों की सीटों की हार बीजेपी को इतना सता रही है कि वो अपने अरेस्ट की शुरुआत दिल्ली से करने जा रहे हैं और पहला अरेस्ट अरविंद केजरीवाल जी का करेंगे।
The BJP meanwhile has put up posters demanding exactly that Kejriwal's arrest in the liquor scam.
केजरीवाल साहब ने कई सारी कड़ियों को जोड़ना है, कई सारी कड़ियों को उन्होंने जवाब देने हैं। विजय नायर का क्या रोल था सारे के बीच में, उसका उत्तर उनको देना पड़ेगा। तो सारे का जो किंग पिंग है तो केजरीवाल है।
Arvind Kejriwal meanwhile has maintained a stoic silence on the summon, offering no comment or clarity on whether he will appear before the agency on November 2nd. The Delhi Chief Minister has been questioned previously by the CBI in the same Delhi excise policy case. He appeared before the CBI on April 16th and was grilled for 9 hours, soon after which he declared then that this was nothing but a witch hunt.
ये पूरा का पूरा कथित एलिज्ड शराब घोटाला झूठ है, फर्जी है और गंदी राजनीति से प्रेरित है। आम आदमी पार्टी एक कट्टर ईमानदार पार्टी है। ईमानदारी, कट्टर ईमानदारी हमारी बेसिक आइडियोलॉजी है और किसी भी हालत में हम मर जाएंगे, मिट जाएंगे, लेकिन अपनी ईमानदारी के साथ कभी कॉम्प्रोमाइज नहीं करेंगे।
India allies meanwhile have backed Kejriwal, calling the ED summon an attempt to target Aam Aadmi Party.
Who they have targeted now? It's ministers, within the AAP government. They are in jail. Why they have not been granted bail, I just don't appreciate that. Bail has become now, the process itself has become a punishment. Then they are targeting now Arvind Kejriwal, and as the elections get nearer, the Lok Sabha elections get nearer, they'll be targeting more people.
ऐसे बहुत सारे सरकारें हैं जो गलत फैसले लेती हैं। इसका मतलब ये नहीं कि अपने पॉलिटिकल लाभ के लिए किसी को बदनाम कर दें। बीजेपी का 1 पॉइंट एजेंडा है कि लोगों को बदनाम करो, इतना बदनाम करो चाहे उसमें सच्चाई हो ना हो।
मेरा तो सीधे मानना है कि अब बेकार कह रहे हैं कि ईडी ने समन किया, बीजेपी ने समन किया। अब ये ईडी, आईटी, सीबीआई वगैरह वगैरह अलग अलग नाम से हम ना बोलें।
After Manish Sisodia and Sanjay Singh, will Arvind Kejriwal be arrested next in the Delhi liquor scam? Bureau Report, India Today.
All right, let's quickly cut across to Manish Pandey, my colleague who's tracking the agencies, especially the ED, as well as Amit Bhardwaj, tracking the latest from the Aam Aadmi Party. Manish, let me come to you first. Has the Enforcement Directorate heard anything from the Delhi Chief Minister yet? It seems to be all on course, at least when it come down to asking for more time. They haven't done so yet.
Well, Preeti, just a while back, I spoke to my sources within the Enforcement Directorate, and what they claim that at this point of time, so far they have not received any request from Arvind Kejriwal or his lawyers asking for more time to appear in this case. So ED at this point of time, they are prepared that Arvind Kejriwal will appear tomorrow morning at 11:30. He has been called, and a questionnaire has been prepared by the Enforcement Directorate on 3 aspects. Broadly, one is his telephonic conversation with one of the accused, Samir Mahendru. Second, on the allegations that he met one of the MP from Andhra Pradesh regarding the liquor business. And third is whether Aam Aadmi Party was beneficiary of this alleged scam or not. But still, we are also being given to understand is that there is a strategy which is going on in Aam Aadmi Party also, and they are contemplating whether Arvind Kejriwal should appear tomorrow or should he be asking for more time in this case.
Manish, what is the window that the Aam Aadmi Party has to come back to the ED to seek more time to possibly not appear tomorrow?
Well, Preeti, as far as PMLA rules are concerned, there are 3 summons of Enforcement Directorate which a person can avoid. In this case, Arvind Kejriwal can avoid or skip 3 summons by the Enforcement Directorate. Every time he has to give a reason that why he can't appear before the agency. And if the reasons are valid, he can ask for more time. And asking for more time, it can be few days, it can be few weeks, it can be few months also. But end of the day, the ED will have to decide that how much more time should be granted to Arvind Kejriwal if he is asking for more time. So it can stretch from 1 day to many months in this case. End of the day, it will be, the decision of Arvind Kejriwal whether he wants to appear tomorrow or should he be asking for more time. And later, it will be ED who will be deciding. ED will be deciding whether to grant more time to Arvind Kejriwal or not. As far as the window is concerned about informing ED, in regards to tomorrow's appearance, then Arvind Kejriwal can inform the Enforcement Directorate before 11:30, even after 11:30. Through his lawyers, he can inform the ED in tomorrow's date, but that due to this reason, he can't appear today, and he should be granted this number of days to appear.
All right, Manish, appreciate you joining us. Let's cut across right now because you, at least in terms of protocol to reply to the ED to seek more time, or how many times possibly Arvind Kejriwal can avoid, appearing before the ED, 3 times is what Manish just told us. But having said that, till now we haven't heard from the Aam Aadmi Party. So one can assume, Amit Bhardwaj, that possibly the Chief Minister would be appearing. But what we have been given to understand that he is right now locked in conversation with his advisors, with his lawyers, deliberating whether or not to appear tomorrow or seek more time.
Absolutely right, Preeti. Deliberations are going on, and this is different angles of deliberations which are going on. Obviously, one is the legal aspect as to whether he can skip the Enforcement Directorate summon tomorrow or not, and as to till when this can continue, and the roadmap for the bail procedure has to be marked out as well, carved out as well. But we also have to understand that the scenario has changed in the past a couple of months as well. We have seen Jharkhand Chief Minister Hemant Soren skipping the ED summons and after that approaching the Supreme Court. Similar method was used by Abhishek Banerjee from the Trinamool Congress when the ED was constantly sending notices to Abhishek Banerjee, and he went on to skip those notices as well. And K. Kavita had used similar tricks as well, and eventually reaching out to the Supreme Court, bringing a legal hurdle on the way of enforcement directorate. So there are old precedents as well. So is Arvind Kejriwal going to accept, take that route? We will have to wait and watch whether that route is taken, or Arvind Kejriwal decides to appear before the ED tomorrow. Preeti.
All right. So will Arvind Kejriwal, the Delhi Chief Minister, skip the first summon, seek more time? Well, he can do so in technicality, or will he appear before the ED? We're going to keep a keen eye on all developments. Also, Arvind Kejriwal and the Aam Aadmi Party has a reason possibly not to appear, because they can say that Arvind Kejriwal is neck deep in terms of planning the Aam Aadmi Party's foray, because they are fighting elections which are coming up in just the next 1 month. And he is the party convener, therefore he's needed. So this could also be one line of reasoning for Arvind Kejriwal to skip the summons. Till now, the ED's heard nothing, so all on track. But trust India Today to get you the latest news. Appreciate both the gentlemen from joining us. Thank you, Manish. Thank you, Amit. With that, let's quickly cut across to the other big developing story that we're tracking very closely, and that is the massive political showdown erupted over some of the opposition MPs claiming that they have got alerts from Apple of state-sponsored spyware attack. TMC MP Mahua Moitra has already written to the Lok Sabha Speaker seeking a probe. On the other hand, BJP has claimed there's a sinister plot at play.
It's an all-out political war over alleged government snooping on opposition leaders. A day after sharing Apple alerts over possible hacking, TMC MP Mahua Moitra wrote to the Lok Sabha Speaker seeking a probe. Mahua told India Today that the matter is a serious breach of privacy for targeting BJP-led government.
It is a breach of our constitutional freedoms, which is a fundamental right for all of us. The second is it is against the spirit of Indian democracy and the Houses of Parliament, because the opposition and voices of dissent are completely necessary for Indian democracy. And the third is this is illegal and violates the law of the land, and also it is in complete breach of our privileges as MPs.
Over a dozen opposition big wigs have alleged that they have received messages from Apple warning them against state-sponsored attackers trying to snoop.
प्रधानमंत्री विपक्ष और बीजेपी के तमाम नेताओं की पूरी मालूमात हासिल करना चाहते, कौन उनके खिलाफ बोलता है, क्या राजनीति हो रही है। एप्पल का नोटिस तो बहुत छोटा नोटिस है, और ये बात जो मैं कह रहा हूं ये बीजेपी के नेता भी जानते हैं।
The centre was quick to dismiss allegations of snooping on opposition, daring the opposition to lodge an FIR and submit phones for forensic probe.
So I clearly think it looks to be either a malfunction on Apple or some prank somebody is playing. It's complete nonsense that the opposition leaders are trying to propagate.
BJP meanwhile claimed an explosive George Soros links to opposition snooping charge, claiming that the alerts of hack attacks were sent at behest of the US billionaire funded digital watchdog Access Now, which is employed as a helpline for Apple, even accusing Rahul Gandhi of Soros link. Mahua, however, rubbished the charges.
When the government of India investigates this matter, as it has said clearly yesterday, and Apple will be asked to cooperate, I'm sure questions will also be asked of these NGOs like Access Now and the network they run here in India. Perhaps the web portal whose editor is on the board of Access Now will also be sort of questioned, and the entire investigation will look at all these aspects very closely. But what you cannot deny is that George Soros' hand is right behind these messages, and the follow-up messages that have come, they are clearly meant to create a storm here in India, an orchestrated one.
Sure, there's a bigger plot. I mean, given that Mr. Modi and Mr. Adani are running the biggest plot and the biggest con job on the people of this country that we have to be aware of, I think these sort of, counter accusations by the BJP make me laugh. They honestly make me laugh. So I think the fact is that members of opposition have received this. These are credible threats from Apple. Now, if he's going to say Soros controls Apple, that's all I can say.
BJP found ammo in billionaire Elon Musk, who only recently referred to George Soros as a dangerous person who hates humanity.
Soros, I don't know. I mean, he had a very difficult upbringing. In my opinion, he fundamentally hates humanity. That's my opinion.
In a big development, the Parliamentary Panel on Information Technology may call Apple for questioning on the snooping allegations. With Paulami Saha and Aishwarya Paliwal, Bureau Report, India Today.